Tennis player Sarah Balak found herself in an unbelievable situation at the U.S. Open, caused by inappropriate behavior from both her father and her coach, who is from the Czech Republic. During the match, she inadvertently forgot to put on her shirt. When she noticed the camera was on her, she quickly adjusted herself, attempting to recover from the awkward moment. However, she then awkwardly collapsed in front of the camera after attempting a shot, further adding to the uncomfortable scene.
Certainly not out. Delighted with that. Let's see it again. Look at that. It was a great off return.
Scuba diving athlete Ingrid Oliveira became the subject of ridicule after using a towel inappropriately, which drew attention to her body and hands in front of the camera. While these athletes were celebrated for bringing the Coronation Cup to AC Milan, the moment turned awkward for one of the women holding the trophy. Chinese player Kori Sakamoto also found herself in an uncomfortable situation when she tried to pose in front of the camera, but her choice of short clothing made the moment seem inappropriate. It seems that this player didn't fully memorize the racetrack, which led to her falling to the ground in a huge and embarrassing mistake. She attempted to score a goal, but her opponent managed to block the ball, putting her in an awkward position, as she fell in front of the camera. Kay Georgiotti saved her volleyball team from a short shot after the ball bounced out of play, managing to continue the game as if nothing had happened during the 2021 Diving World Cup in Tokyo. Chang Yani also stumbled while jumping. Though she wasn't injured, the situation was still embarrassing. These female competitors were part of the same race, but they all experienced awkward and humorous moments as they fell to the ground, yet they managed to finish the race.
That was nasty.
ER attempted to celebrate her goal in her own unique way, but it seemed a bit inappropriate, don't you think? Meanwhile, American swimmer Sierra Schmidt showcased her dancing skills, wearing a headset to enjoy loud music, adding a fun touch to her moment. I admire the ambition and determination of this competitor, even though she faces failure each time she tries to jump over the barrier. However, she ended up in a very funny situation in front of everyone.
Age group rankings. She's still got plenty of time to better that ranking and up into that top 10. What a swing for her. 8:73 is your top time with those two circle seated heats still to go.
A defensive mistake led to the team's loss as this player attempted to show off her skills, but failed miserably. Meanwhile, the lad refused to pass the ball to Stone Villa women's goalkeeper Hannah Hampton, putting her in an awkward situation as the lad continued to carry the balls.
To a point, she'd be pleased with the shape of the team. She believes that the players like this.
Well, the men's soccer goalkeeper reacted in a completely wild manner. This player prepared well before the game, but when it started, she failed miserably and collided with a barrier, which was incredibly embarrassing. The defender's mistake was so significant that she deserved a red card and was sent off the pitch for obstructing the opposing player. Chinese competitor Zhu Yi also found herself in an awkward situation in front of the camera when she failed to win, fell to the ground, and then got back up to continue, all while being interviewed live. In a separate incident, one player threw the ball over her head out of frustration, catching it on TV. This competitor, full of confidence, made a major mistake and fell to the ground. Another player collapsed after failing to take the shot herself, and in her frustration smashed her racket in front of her fans. This player tried to block the ball but ended up in a funny situation after falling to the ground. What a beautiful girl. After finishing first in the women's race, she found herself in an embarrassing moment when Lurdum tried to grab attention. After her win, she quickly covered herself up after her fans were shocked by her actions. If you enjoyed this video, please support us with a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. The opposing team's player also put this athlete in an awkward situation with an inappropriate intervention, asking the referee for a free kick during the girls' training session. While the team was happy, the fall and failure made for a pretty funny moment, don't you think? The goalkeeper attempted to block the penalty, but the ball struck her face and sent her crashing to the ground. The player who took the shot received a red card for her actions. One competitor executed a perfect flip but ultimately failed in an awkward situation. In another uncomfortable moment, a man handed the championship trophy to the winning women's team by tossing it to them inappropriately.
Direktno u glavu udarate današnjih utakmica u grupi A, Rumunija-Paragvaj 26-17, grupi C, Rusija-Tunis 31.
This beautiful girl tried to jump over the barrier but failed and fell back. She then celebrated with a man in disguise, only for both of them to crash into the barrier in an embarrassing and funny situation. The goalkeeper attempted to block the ball but ended up falling to the ground in front of her team at the start of the race. One competitor stumbled because she failed to jump, got back up, but failed again, making it an awkward moment. In the last clip, another player found herself in an embarrassing situation in front of the camera when she couldn't make the jump. Someone helped her get up, but it seemed like she might have injured her left foot, preventing her from completing the game properly. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us a lot as we continue to bring you new content.